Hello, how's it going? Welcome to the Arcane Stream. Just go and get some resources. As the cleric says, another day, another day. I'm really late. I was going to have a day off. Because I didn't sleep and I was up doing stuff, and I'd been up nearly 24 hours, and I was like, it was something like 4 in the afternoon or 3 in the afternoon, and reset is at 8 o'clock PM, right? So like I hadn't had any sleep for nearly a day, and because I'd stayed up and was trying to do I was trying to do stuff for the banner of the channel and stuff like that. I had awful problems with ChatGPT again, and the other AIs were no better. No worries. Oh, one was actually okay, but so I ended up. It's about 4 o'clock, and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm going to bed. I'll just take the day off. This is, I have to have a sleep, otherwise I'm going to make myself sick." So I went to bed. I was going to just wake up, like sometime. It's now 1 AM. I was going to wake up sometime later today and have a nice day, go to the shops, come back, relax, and then do my normal stream at 7:30. So I normally start about 7:30, just before reset. And I woke up and I was like, oh look, I want to do Reapers, so I was like, I want to come in basically, so I thought I'll do a stream. Yeah, no, it's not going to be a very long one, it'll be a couple of hours. So big news is that I just noticed I got an email from Cryptic, as did everyone else with VIP. It turns out they're nerfing the reroll token. It's big news. And yeah, if you say it's not a nerf, you're wrong. It actually is. It's like it's a long-term nerf. What they've said is, because there was no reroll tokens being used for the new Shackles of Divinity trial, and I thought it was a bug, and other people probably thought it was a bug. They've just released, I'll read it in a sec, they've just released an email which says it was intentional, and they are going forward, hang on. Going forward, they're going to basically do what they've always done, change the tooltip and so that you get what they tell you you're going to get. So whereas the reroll tokens are an integral part of VIP. They're like one of the big perks that you get, where you get to reroll on chests at the end of the dungeon. You get to reroll on chests, and they've been broken for a while as well. Sometimes they don't do anything, but basically the function is there that you re-roll, and if you don't like what you're getting, you re-roll and you get maybe something a little bit better or something a bit worse. It goes up, down, whatever. It's random, right? So, excuse me. On the Shackles of Divinity trial, what they're doing is I'll read it to you anyway. They're going to going forward, they're going to just not have it at all for Shackles of Divinity trial, based on their reasoning that it makes the economy unbalanced, which is bullshit. And it looks like they're going to make it apply to some dungeons, chests, and not others. So it's going to be here and there, but not all over the place. So this is a nerf, because it used to apply to every chest, right? And the gear that you get isn't that great anyway. So what they're saying is, some people, I'll just read the email first. Hang on. Probably best if I do that. Okay. Dear Adventurer, we would like to thank you for being one of our VIP members, and we would like to address a small change related to its benefits. For the recently released Shackles of Divinity trial, you might have noticed that your reroll tokens were unusable. In line of our recent efforts to be more transparent, we would like to share the reason for this. The decision to exclude these chests' contents from being re-rolled by reroll tokens was made after we made some changes to the reward the reward system, with the aim of making trial rewards feel more exclusive. For the Master difficulty, key additions included exclusive artifacts and rings, account shareable weapons and gear, a reorganised distribution system, and the introduction of the Celestial tier. All this together made the re-rolling system too risky to include here as well, as it could affect the integrity and long-term value of the trial's reward economy. Because this wasn't clearly communicated at the time, and as a gesture of goodwill, we will grant 7 days of free VIP benefits to all accounts that had an active VIP subscription between May the 6th and June the 9th, 2025. In order to preserve the economy balance, we will not enable reroll tokens in the Shackles of Divinity trials and end chest. We will soon update the tooltip of the reroll token to mention that not all end chests are eligible, and that exceptions may apply, and that functionality is subject to change. So it's a nerf, it's a long-term nerf. This change to the reroll tokens description doesn't mean that they're not going to be used in future modules. We currently are considering various methods on how to keep them relevant. So it's definitely a nerf. Definitely a nerf. So it's devalued the reroll token. They're probably deciding to phase them out in line with other things they phase out. We would like to thank you for your understanding and support, and we hope that you enjoy the free VIP benefits. Neverwinter team. So that's the email we just got. I just got that now. It came in at 7 o'clock AM. So a while ago. Anyway, it's about 16 hours ago, wasn't it, or something? Anyway, so that's the email. If we look at the chat, when I logged in at, what time was it? It was just after 12. Oh no, it wasn't just after 12, it was just, yeah, about 12:30. When I logged in. I'll just read what they're saying. So I'm going to guess they will make re-rolls for legacy content only. Nothing from SOD forward. Swampy says they might keep giving us VIP too. This one goes, well, makes sense. The purpose is increased fidelization on game. Look, there's always one or two players that are apologists for the devs. There's always, I don't know if they're plants, if they're just pretending to be players and they're just talking it up, or if they're just genuinely thick. I don't know. This Elenoir person, I don't know if you're thick or not, but it's a nerf, and this is the way that the game slowly goes downhill. But when they do these nerfs, you'll always see these players supporting it and defending it. They're apologists for really bad behaviour of the devs, and they go, oh, but you know, and they just spew out the dev line. So this is what this person's doing. This person says taking rerolls away makes sense. The purpose is to increase, just parroting off the rationalisation of the devs, not saying they agree with it. The gear is too valuable now. Here's another one saying that, oh, you know, basically it's a bad thing, you know. They put all the gear in the end box. So if it have things, you must play more. So he's saying grind harder when the drop rate's already like 1% or something. There's no mini boss farm with ASOD. If you re-roll, you have more chances. See, they're on the side of they think it's a good idea. Well, let's be fair. Okay, I won't be too harsh because the gear is too valuable now. So they're both parroting off the same. Where's this other person? They're saying that the same thing over and over. The gear is too valuable now. So you play less. Makes sense that just Kistachara says, makes sense they want you to have to grind it. I'm surprised they don't have a Zen option for more keys, unless the legendary keys open that box. Bahamut says, I'm pretty sure they have destroyed this game with a single mod. I agree. Well, I wouldn't go that far myself. I wouldn't say they destroyed the game. I think it's just more of the same that we've been getting for the last few years. And it was their first mod. You're still about the new dev team. Gear is too valuable? Lol. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I agree with this person. The gear isn't valuable. It's not that valuable. You can sell it on the auction house or whatever. But basically, like already, my thinking is, yes, okay, for the master and the advanced dungeons versions, disable it if the gear is really good. But what about the normal version? It's rubbish. It's like 1000 AD and a couple, like, I forget what it is, but it's you don't get the gear in the normal one. Okay, so the normal trial should have a reroll on it. It should only be the master and the advanced contents. That's my first thought about it, and I may post something on the Discord about that to suggest it. You didn't get the Bahamut says you didn't get the in-game mail from Cryptic. Their words, not mine. Lightstone says so. Take away rerolls entirely just because people think gear is too valuable. Bahamut says the gear is too valuable. Reload. Look for one more. Oh, sorry. The gear in the new trial drops on the ground. No need for rerolls. There you go. He's trying to speak some sense. You all need Jesus. Okay. Unfortunately, I did, but it's absurd reasoning. Just gives elitist jerks more fuel to be elitist jerks. Lightstone says Cryptic trying to say that taking away rerolls would balance the economy of the game was hilarious. Lightstone. That's just them trying to use another reason for their pitiful attempt at ripping people off. There's a reason why they use these rerolls. Now they're trying to delegitimize it. This is a good point. This is a good point. The reason you need to use rerolls in the first place is because you're not happy with what's dropping, because it's really low. The astral diamond amounts are really low. There's no good gear. It's like it's a couple of black pearls, or you get the idea. It's really not anything interesting, and the gear drops in the chests and in the skill nodes, they've been an issue for many years. Like everyone agrees that it's appallingly low quality of the crap that they give out to people, and they need to. They've said for years they need to up the standard and the quality of the gear drops, right? So it seems they've done it in the trials, the master trials, where they're trying to push everyone to the high end tier game, the elite stuff. But this is talking about the normal chests in all of the stuff, right? We use the rerolls because we need to. We have to. It says there's a reason why they use the rerolls. I agree with this 100%. If you got good stuff, you could take away the reroll tokens altogether and no one would care. But the rerolls are needed because people are not happy with what they're getting. So the players need to have a chance at getting something at least decent. And half the time the rerolls don't do that anyway. Sometimes they increase the astral diamond drop quite okay to 10,000 or something, up from like 2 or 3. So that's okay. They sort of work there. But as far as gear goes, it really does never affect gear. There's not much changing gear. It doesn't appear in the first place. So I agree with this person anyway. Bahamut, the only things you can sell from there are the rings and artifact set. They could have just made them bound. Yeah, exactly. That's another option. Lightstone says, yeah, they should have never done that, but instead rework the Zen market like many others have said it needs to be done. The only players who are going to be able to afford these pieces of gear you say are so valuable are veteran players. Granted, but more often than not, you sound like you agree with their reasoning like others on here. Yeah, exactly. He's being sarcastic. I've dealt with you numerous times on here. Alright. So they're starting to argue. It's not making the players happy anyway. You're wrong, it's not the veterans, but the patients who want to spend many hours there. That's that guy I was talking about last stream, the guy that's the megalomaniac. Enough said. I won't go into it again. Lightstone, sure man, yeah, anyway. Bahamut says, why are you keeping track? Like I said, I don't remember you from Adam. They're just arguing now. Arguing. Quoting. Yeah, so they've gone off. Topic anyway. Anyway, so that's the issue with the with the reroll tokens as it stands at the moment. So it's a bit of a worry. It's a long-term nerf. The way I see it, my commentary on it is that it will be phased out eventually. That they're gonna lower the value of the reroll tokens, and if they don't implement it properly by only changing the master and the advanced content where it's applicable, because that's where the gear drops that they're talking about, and just leave it on the normal trial of the same name, the Shackles of Divinity bit normal, because there's no gear applicable, so their reasoning goes out the window. Unless they do it properly, they're going to lose more player support. It's just chips away over the time, over years. As the years go by and each of these things happen, and this is one of the major ones by the look of it. Every now and then there's a major one, and it just chips away at the support that the company gets, and players sort of drift away, and it kills the game a little bit more. That's the end result. The game dies a little bit more because players lose faith in it. You need to build them up and make them enjoy it, make them look forward to it, make them appreciate it and think, oh yeah, I love the gear, I love this, I love that, I want to come back and do more. That's the way to build a game. But what they do is the opposite. They nerf something, they get rid of it, they make it less value, they make the players feel sort of resentful and negative and go, oh, you know, that's, you know, it's just the way they approach things. So I don't know what's going on with it. The dev team is a new dev team, or if it's still partly run by the old dev team. I don't know that. But it looks like it's in line with how things have been. So my feeling is there's still some elements of the old team in there somewhere, because this is the way it's always been. But then again, it could be the new team going, we want to change it up and we're going to get rid of rerolls altogether. But they need to understand that the Shackles of Divinity trial, the normal version, doesn't apply to this rationale, so they really should still have reroll tokens on that. And any content that's not master and not advanced should still use them, and just have some consistency in the future, and just leave it at that. Maybe it's a communication error, I don't know. But the master content, the advanced content, okay, don't have rerolls because it's so valuable. I'm sort of repeating myself now, but like, yeah, the gear on the there is no gear on the normal one, so I don't know what. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Their excuse means nothing for that content.
Good day, adventurer. It's a hello, adventurer.
That's a stupid quest, that one. So, what am I going to do today?
Hello, adventurer.
I'm not going to go. I'll play it by ear. I'll see how I feel.
Hey there, adventurer. The steward has armed.
I may as well do my lockbox here instead. See, this is what you get every day. You get 5 potions and a reroll token. That's your character bonuses that you get for VIP. So the biggest one is the reroll tokens. This is bullshit. This is they're not even, they're okay. Like, I guess you can sell them. I sell them for gold. But so it boosts my gold a bit. But reroll tokens are what everyone thinks is of value, and they're nerfing it. So. And what they'll do in the future is they will. Oh yeah, I had to do bag management. They will end up nerfing it more. Okay, let's see what we get today. Stoner health. Oh, they're always welcome. That's fine. Okay. Just let me quickly do some bag. Well, actually, let me go to Protector's Enclave so that you can read the chat. Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. I'm doing that on 42% now, not 50. So while I'm doing my bag management, you can read, because I'm sure they're still chatting about it. So you can read the comments. So everyone's just got this email and they're all like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What's happening? They're nerfing it? So just have a look at the chat. Keep your eye on the chat down in the left-hand bottom corner. See if anyone's talking about it. Just while I do my bag, clean my bag out a bit. Tomorrow, after I've gone back to bed and woken up again, I'll log into the Discord and I will have a look and see what they're saying on there, and I'll put in my 2 cents and try and push for them to reintroduce it for the normal version, and suggest what I just said about, like, they just put all my pearls I got. It's from grinding Tyrannosaurus. And I will suggest that they just, like what I said before, they just apply the new rule just to the master and advanced content, and leave the normal players alone that haven't got like shit to do, like they've got nothing dropping in the first place. Give them their reroll tokens. Let them just use their reroll tokens. I think that was bugs. Something was really weird with that. I'm going to leave it there. I'll use it for an emergency or something. Put it on someone else. They can have it. It's a little bit better. It's still not good. Okay, what is Reapers today? Have a look. Kessel's with no revives. Shouldn't be too hard. It's not that hard a dungeon. Okay. No consumables. Okay. Let me do my loadout.
I hope you like jamming too.
I'll leave Spiky up for the Scorpion. I'll leave him up. Actually, no, I won't. What am I doing? I'm clicking all the wrong fucking things. Okay. It's a Pally healer, so Pally healers are quite good actually. They give you a really good shield normally. Loads of extra hit points. Kessell's is really easy, so it's not really a challenge. This is no challenge. Remember the giants in Fangbreaker Island? They go, this is no challenge. Oh no, hang on. Is that Fangbreaker Island or is that Icewind Dale? Might be Icewind Dale. Anyway.
You called me down?
I'm not coming off my mount, that's weird. Better be careful because there's no revives, isn't it?
Kessell! I am the master of Crystal Tirith. Come, my slaves! Destroy these interlopers! Fools! You face the power of Crimson Alive!
Oh, I've got a giant crab. Maybe they're doing something to the loot tables generally elsewhere and they're sort of bumping it up to make it a bit better anyway. Maybe, because that's unusual. You don't normally get stuff like that out of those chests. Not for many years, used to. Used to get, Castle Never used to give stuff like that. People used to run it all the time because they used to get like good quality mounts and companions. Not necessarily the best, just various stuff. You know, the odd purple one or blue one or whatever. So that's a good thing. I've got one equipped already, but I can use it on an alt. So let me get some healing potions. Yeah, look, reroll tokens now obsolete equals absolute horseshit. I'll go into Discord tomorrow after I go back. I'm going to bed in a while, so I'm going to bed. I'll wake up, and then with a fresh mind, I'll sort of go on, log on, and have a look at what the conversation is, because I'm sure there's a lot of people complaining about it, and I'll put in my 2 cents as well. So. My name's Zagan on there. So. Anyway, let me. I need some healing potions.
I hope you like jamming too.
Let me do my loadout first. I think it's okay already. I don't think it needs changing. It's all fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You called me down?
Yeah, that's all fine. Okay.
Hey, don't call me Blackjack for nothing.
It's cheap at the moment. This is why I buy them, because they're so cheap. Look, 6,000 for 100. Stick that back up. Yeah, those healing potions, like the normal one you get, I sold them, I forget, didn't I? I sold it already. It's slightly less anyway in the amount it gives you, but these are like cheap as water, really cheap, and I go through them like water. I'm like taking them constantly, bang, 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 bang. I don't like to be under 50% health at any given time. It makes me nervous. So the moment I see a gap, I'm like hitting it just to get fully healed again. So I'm ready for any big hits. That's the way I play. So I use a lot of these. If I was using stones, I'd go through 50 a day, easy. Stones. So I just use these. Yeah, or maybe 50, maybe 20, 30 or something like that a day. So anyway, these are much cheaper to use. So let me queue for the content. I might go to the Dread Ring and try for an epic enchanting stone while I'm waiting. And I've got to do my influence run as well. In fact, I'll do influence first. I'll do that first. I'll do that first, because I can just stop and start when the queue pops. So I had I finished off with the chat GPT and all the AI stuff for the channel banner and the logo and stuff. I went back the third day running to ChatGPT because the recap is that, you know, when you just do it for free, you've got a limited amount of images that it can create for you. So it was giving me all these wrong images, like everything was perfect, and then I'd say, I just want this changed, and it would change that, but then it changed something else. I kept changing stuff and I go, no, I want this that way.
Hold me down.
I don't want it, I sold it already. I'd be going, I want it that way, the way it was, but I want this other thing changed, you know? Okay, where are we going first? I'll go over, do spiders, I'll go down this way, around that way. So I was, this is the way I do the stream. When I'm traveling, I just chat and talk about stuff. So, because I can concentrate. I can't concentrate when I'm fighting. So they were giving me the wrong things, and I was saying change it back, and then it was changing the wrong thing, and and then it was going, your allocation is all used up. Please wait 23 hours. And I was like, oh fuck. So, and it was letting me down. It was making big grandiose promises and then not coming through. It was like saying, we'll do the banner while we'll do the banner while we're doing the banner. Would you like to do the logo? Like to start working on the logo? And I go, yeah, okay. So then it started working on the logo, start feeding me out logo images, and then when the logo images ran out, it said, well, you can't do anything. I said, what about the banner? And it said, oh, you've used up your allocation, please come back tomorrow. And then when I started the next day on it, I had to start all over again, because it was like, because the prompt it gave me wasn't sufficient. So it was a whole bunch of shit anyway. So, hang on a minute. It was a whole bunch of shit, and I had to come back the third day to finish the logo. I was like, okay, I'm happy with the banner. I did the banner myself after it couldn't get the font right. It kept fucking it up, putting stupid taglines on it and stuff like that. I like simplicity. So it's just to give me the thing without the font on it, without the text, and I went into GIMP and put, oh not GIMP, the other one. I went into my usual photo processor that I got this really old one from years and years ago that I use. You're not supposed to use it on Windows 10, but I've got a program that will let you use it. Like it's an extra thing that it's older technology, but it makes it work on Windows 10. Oh, it's all happening at once, isn't it? Okay, flapjack.
Go on, speak your mind.
So I did my own font. I found the font that I was using, that it was using something similar. So I did it in the font on my own, in my own colour and everything like that. So I only had to do the logo, the profile logo, the little picture that you get on your YouTube channel. So I came back, and then I just wanted it to do the same thing without the text on it.
Hey, don't call me Flapjack for nothing.
I do hope your next wound is the beach.
So it told me, it said, yeah, I can take the text off, no problem. Right, so it gave me another image, like so the first image of my allocation for the day, exactly the same, with exactly the same font on it. Everything was the same. It didn't take it off at all. So I got really grumpy and I said, look, you told me you were going to take the text off, and it's still there. And it said, and they gave me an excuse. Then it said, I can take it off perfectly. I can take it off perfectly, and every little glitch, would you like me to analyse the image, and every little glitch on it, everything will be the same. Will all stay exactly the same as they were, just the text will be gone. I said, yes, please. So it took the text, it didn't take the text off. It gave me another picture of the same thing, with a big blurry bit above the text, so the text was still on there. I was getting really, really angry, so I really went off on it. But in the end, it apologised and gave me the image that I wanted without the text on it. So I put my own text on it again to match the banner. So it was a whole lot of fucking around. I tried some different AI generators for AI imagery, because I had this other idea of like having an inside of a castle, having the inside of a castle, like the interior of a castle, and a big old wooden desk, like with a skull on it and a quill and like potions in bottles and all this old stuff, and like dark and glow with candlelight everywhere and candles everywhere, right? And then so having the room with tapestries on the wall, have it really like medieval looking castle, right? But then on the end of the desk with the quills and the potions and everything, there's like a computer screen, like so the modern and the old at the same time. And on the computer screen I could have the text, the name of the channel, TheArcaneStreamer. I thought that sounds like a good idea. So I went to these other AI generators, and they did some really good images, but they wouldn't fit in the banner, like the space that YouTube gives you. And no matter what I tried, I couldn't get all the details in that tiny little sliver. I couldn't get all the details that in the sliver of that little thing that YouTube gives you. So when I did it, it was just a computer. Half of it was a computer screen, and it could have been any old room. I mean, like, it looks stupid. So the whole point was having it medieval castle. So I gave up on that idea. I just went back to the one that ChatGPT designed for me with the sigil on it, in the blue. Because it sort of works for it works for all the formats, for the smaller and the larger. And once I changed the font, like ChatGPT gave me this white font, which looked really cheap and too jarring. I didn't like it. So I've put this sort of one of my favourite colours, this purpley blue colour. So like an electric purpley blue. It's blue with a touch of purple in it.
Go on, speak your mind.
I shall loose on your back.
And I did that for the banner already, but the logo that ChatGPT did the font on was in the white, and it looks really weird. But as soon as I did the two together in the same colour and it looked harmonious, I'm happy now. It looks really nice. So, well, I think so. So yeah, I'm finished with all of that shit. That took me 3 days. 3 days of arguing with AI over something that should have been really simple and done in an hour. I really did like the idea of having the castle, you know, like the inside of a castle, because it matches this sort of stuff, you know, like the Neverwinter stuff. And then having, you know, everything old except one computer on the desk, on the table, next to all the old stuff. Because that was my brief to ChatGPT. It was like old and new at the same time. Like ancient, medieval stuff. Which it didn't really come through with. It did the sigil-y stuff okay, but the colours were good, but it didn't have a medieval feel to it. And that's okay. That's right. And just have all the old stuff and then have the new computer on the desk as well. So it's like, Because I like to think that the digital side of the streaming and all that kind of stuff, and the gaming and whatever, but the old part of it as well. That was the idea, anyway. But it didn't happen, so whatever. I did my best. The important thing is I like the way it looks. It's just a banner anyway. Just got a bit of consistency in it now. I'll put, because the DPS is low on the low side, I'll put the Scorpion. This is a good example of when you use a different pet for a different thing, for different purposes. Because I've put the Scorpion, I'll give everybody, I think a bit more than bonus than Flapjack does, I think. And he does more single target damage anyway. Still gives everyone. I get control. I get. The thing is with this boss fight, it's very, very spread out. I think it's more than 80 feet, so they won't get the combat advantage if they're not closer than 80 feet. So I'll change over to Spiky for this one.
You call me down?
My curse has come back again. Oh no. Why is it doing this? Why is it? Oh my goodness. This is bad. This is bad. Why is it doing this thing with the cursor? Oh, Stacy died already. After this dungeon's over, I'll try and fix it again. I'm going to put a bug report in about it. When I'm in the forums tomorrow about the reroll tokens, I'll also put in a post about this issue. Bug report. Because this has happened, this is about the 7th time it's happened now. The 6th time or something in the last few days. It's only a recent thing, I've never seen it happen before this mod. So that's 2 things I need to when I go in there. Because this is unacceptable. Having the cursor there is over the head of my avatar is unacceptable. I don't care. I don't care if it's a small thing. It's a big thing to bother you all the time. Shouldn't be happening ever. Like ever. Shouldn't be happening. The only way I can fix it so far is just to close the game and restart the game. I can keep the stream going when I do. I did a force verify earlier. I did a force verify already. I did one just before. Just before I logged in, I did one.
called me down?
I'll put Flapjack back on because it's less than 80 feet, and he also doesn't do as much damage, so he won't trigger the scorpions as easily.
You called me down?
You'll give everyone the combat advantage anyway. I forgot to put the RD on to help with the blast, like I always do.
How dare you!
hope they do that, their stuff.
I will blast you apart!
That was a good one too. That was 25 unbind tokens. I think they may have like raised the
I have your back.
like tinkered with the loot table to make up for the reroll thing, maybe. I'll go back to what I was doing. Oh, I'm going to fix this. Oh my goodness, look at this. Hang on, I'll just see what I get with the lockbox key I just got. $100 trade bars. Oh, that's okay. Whatever. Okay, just stay there, stay tight for a sec, and I'll just restart the game. Wait a minute. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here. Don't worry. It's the only way I can actually. It's the only way I can get rid of the cursor. I'll have the cursor problem. Hang on a sec. Logging in, pressing play. Doesn't take long, it takes a second, you know. It takes a couple of seconds to do. Okay, let's see. Should be alright now. So I've got two things to do in Discord tomorrow. I've got the bit about the reroll, just to put in my 2 cents worth.
You like jamming too.
Just to put in my 2 cents about the reroll token thing, and also to put in a bug report about the, see, it's fixed it? It's not there now. You're never supposed to see that cursor ever, other than when you go to Alt. You should, and you can see it now, but you should never see it otherwise, ever.
I have your back.
Okay, where were we? Yeah, and the other, yeah, the cursor thing and the reroll token thing. Okay, let's make a mental note of it. If they want an example, I can do a timestamp on this stream and show them. I don't even have to make a video. It's nice and easy. In the old days, I would have had to make a video of it, post it up. So yeah, I'm finished with the AI. Thank goodness. I don't have to worry about the banner and the logo stuff anymore. But it just taught me that the AI is really, really stupid. Like really stupid. supposed to have its own learning systems, you know, so it gets better, but I don't know what it's learning. It's not learning anything, really. Like, the way I like to think of it is that we are a quarter of the way into the 21st century, right? It's 2025. We're a quarter of the way through the new century. The 21st century, the space age, supposed to have hovercrafts and go to Mars and, you know, teleportation, you know, all these things that, you know, we're in the future. And technology is as stupid as fucking a brick. It's like stupid, thick as a plank. Whatever the saying goes. Getting stuck there, not moving. I think something's happened with the new mod. They've introduced some new engine or something under the hood, the nuts and the bolts of the game. They've done something to it because it's acting really weird sometimes. Like, it's doing more errors than it normally does. So yeah, you know, like, we used to think in the 20th century that the 21st century was going to be holograms and, you know, like teleportation and hovercraft, you know, and like, you know, free energy and all this type of stuff. And it's really wonky. It's like technology is not as good as it's supposed to be. It makes some really silly mistakes. So yeah, like, thick as two short planks was the AI. The only one that was working, like I said before, was one that did a lot of different versions of the same thing, but they were all different, but they were all really good. And that was a free one, but I couldn't fit it in the slot for the banner, so I couldn't use any of them. But I'm over it now. I don't have to worry about it, so I'm happy now. And I looked on, I don't usually use mobile phones, like cell phones, for much. Certainly not for online, for internet. I only use the computer for internet. I'm from the old school. I believe a phone should be a phone. Like, you use the phone to make telephone calls, that's it. So I don't generally go online unless I absolutely have to on my phone. Or if something forces me to go and confirm something by my phone because it's like a security issue or something. So I don't normally go to things like YouTube and whatnot and have a look, or Discord or anything. I don't play games on my phone, I don't do anything on my phone. I just do phone calls and check messages, and that's about it. So like it's an Android. It's like the latest operating system of Android, but it's a Motorola. But it's a good phone actually. I really like it. But just a mid-tier phone, mid to low tier phone. It's okay. It's really good. But I did check YouTube on it to see. Oh, hang on. Because I was doing so much to do with like the banner and the logos, and it was saying for mobile and all devices and desktop and TVs, and all the reses are different, all the resolutions are different and all that stuff. I was like intrigued as to what it would look like in the end when I changed the banner. So I went onto YouTube on my phone, and I actually like the way the icon looks and all that stuff. I love the colour. The colour's great, so it comes up really nice on the phone. I like blue. It's one of my favourite colours. So blue and red are my favourite colours. But blue, usually it has to be a deep electric blue for me to really like it. And this is a nice blue. It's like you've got purples in this. So I had a look on the phone, it looked good. Yeah. Okay, so I'm done with that, that's good. So yeah, I'm done with all of the logo and the banner and the name and the rebranding and all that stuff. I went into why. Twice now I've gone into, on 2 streams I've gone into why, so I won't go into the reasons why by now. You know, basically it was just an old channel that I had, and I started streaming on it, and it didn't have any meaning to us. It didn't have any connection to streaming. Because I like boxes. It used to be called Lee's Box. So I like boxes, and I had such a, like I didn't have any theme to the channel. I've got all sorts of different, some music, some serious stuff, some digitized records, you know, whatnot. So I was like, oh well, I like boxes, and you put all sorts of different things in boxes, so maybe the channel is like a virtual box. Shut up. So it was sort of like, oh well, it's a digital box, it's a virtual box, so that's where the old name came from.
Hello, adventurer. I have a few adventure-y things that you could take care of. Are you interested?
Good day, adventurer. It's done? Oh, hi, adventurer.
But, you know, it was just a process as I explained. I'm explaining it again anyway. So I didn't have any connection, and it was just a process where I was like looking to... Oh, it's done it again. Look, I've got the cursor there again. Fuck this. Fuck this.
Valindra ends a death force.
I won't try and get rid of it again. I'll just try and ignore it.
I am not pleased with this arrangement either.
There's something definitely wrong with the game. It's a game issue, it's not me. It's not a display issue. I just want people to find the stream, basically, so that when it's on, they can find it, and when it's sitting up there, they can find it. So basically, just so that people can see it, just like anyone wants for their channel. So, but I've never been a big promoter, a self-promoter in any sort of way, so I wasn't really sort of into that type of stuff. So I had to look at a video to find out. And I found a video, and he suggested go to ChatGPT and he said, optimize your biography. I was like, optimize my biography. Let me see what my biography is. My channel description, you know what I mean? And I went and looked, and I'd never written one. I didn't even have one. There wasn't even one there. That's how into it I was. I didn't even have anything. Nothing. So I was like, oh, okay, I need one. So he said, if you need help with it, you can go to ChatGPT and write one, and I'll write one for you. And I thought I'd do that. That's where the ChatGPT thing started. That's why I went there in the first place, for the description, channel description. So I got ChatGPT to write me the description. And then, while I was into that, I thought, oh, maybe a name as well, name change, because of what I just said, you know. Because the box meant nothing to streaming. It's got no connection to streaming at all. So it was just a matter of, I was just consolidating the channel and just trying to make it make sense, seeing that I'm now using it for something different from what I used to. I've only been streaming a few months. So it thought up names, and then it said, would you like me to design a logo for you? It was suggesting stuff. I go, okay, why not? If I've got a new name, I probably need a new logo, you know what I mean? And a banner and stuff. Rather than just going onto Google and stealing a photo off there, I thought, oh, I can do that. It made sense. And then I just went into this whole bullshit over the last 3 days. It's like, major headache it's been. But it's finished now and I'm happy. I can move on. Fucking cursor, oh my goodness. Really pissing me off. Little things really bug me. Big things don't bug me, but little, like I can ignore big issues, and deal with them fine. But the little things, oh my goodness. Like this cursor shouldn't be there. It's annoying the fuck out of me. Nope, not today. It's the wrong day for it, apparently. There's a cursor setting in settings. Maybe if I change that over and back again, that might help somehow. Let me see. I'll just donate this stuff. It's a software cursor or something like that. Advanced interface. Advanced software cursor. Use the software cursor instead of the hardware cursors. Fixes issues with disappearing cursors. Okay, it's not disappearing. It's there too much. Maybe I'll try that. Oh, it works. Look. It fucking works. Fixes issues with some disappearing cursors. I had the opposite problem, it was there too much. Okay, what if I change it back again? See if that's the fix. Oh, it's gone again. Okay, well maybe just leave that off, because I've never had it on. Oh no, there it is again. It's there again. Okay, I'll turn it on. Oh no, it's still there. What am I talking about? No, it's still there. It didn't change anything. There's really nothing else that I can ever think of in the settings. Interface. Cursor scale. Try that. Nope. Lol. It's huge. Maybe I can make it smaller for now. It's a bit better. Now it's too small to use, really, isn't it? That's got nothing to do with it. Yeah, this has got nothing to do with the problems. That's got nothing to do with the problems. That's got nothing to do with the mouse. I really don't know what it would be. I'm not changing my sensitivity. That's how fast it moves and how fast when you're going like this, and I've got it exactly the way I want it, so I can spin around 180 degrees, so I don't want to change that. I'll just leave it, and put in a ticket. I'll put in a ticket tomorrow, see what they say. Let me go to the character screen for a second. See if that does anything. Let's just change characters.
Leave this one to me.
Yeah, it changes nothing. The only thing that I've worked out that actually does anything is closing the game and restarting the game. But as I said, I did a full force verify before I came in, so it doesn't need any files checking. All the files are supposedly correct. There's no corruption in the game files or anything. So I'm fucked if I know what it is. I think it's something they've done to the game, making it unstable. So I'll ignore it for now, and I'll just do 2 more randoms and probably go to bed.
Hey, don't call me Flapjack for nothing. Go on, speak your mind.
It's annoying. It shouldn't be there. I'll be back in a sec, Melissa. Okay, I'm back. Should pop very soon. Do I need to say Sabella? Hang on a sec. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think I'm up to date with that. Yep, not today. And we all know what happened to the Roman Empire. It fell down. All empires fail in the end. They'll decline. Roman Empire is just a sort of a teaching tool to teach you what happens to other empires. Yeah, if you say so. The Amero. No, it won't be the Amero. It'll be something else. Something else. Amero. Maybe you know something. I don't know. Makes more sense, payment token. Because they grab stuff from the digital world. It's all going digital. All games. But like the gaming that we play is sort of like it's a look into the future in a way. And they get a lot of their AI training from here and stuff like that. See the little companions we've got, right? You know how they know how to jump over stuff and they jump over stuff and they learn where to go and where to follow and not get too close. That's AI training. I've often thought that maybe the companies use us as players to train AI, to sell on and put into AI and stuff. They hit way harder actually. When I was doing Sharandar the other day, I had to do heroics to do my weekly. And I've been soloing heaps of stuff in the new mod. I went to Sharandar and it was like, fucking hell, I was really struggling not to die. I did die a couple of times. I was like, what's going on? I had the same loadout and everything. And it wasn't scaled. It wasn't scaled, so you know, I was using exactly the same loadout, the same damage, everything was the same. Same damage resistance, the same gear, everything. And it was way harder in Sharandar when this is like, how many mods ago? So something's really off with that as well. I was about to say, humanity will eventually burrow underground anyway. Everything will be underground.
I have your back.
The radiation will be too bad on the surface after they fuck up the environment, the atmosphere. I used to have this vision of like the future where everyone's like plugged into virtual reality in their little holes, their little caves underground, and basically sort of like worms or slugs will lose our limbs and stuff. Eventually we'll just these blobs that exist through a virtual existence. I'm talking really like far in the future, like 1,000 years or something. But you know, we'll be fed everything through this virtual world and have food and stuff delivered by pipes and stuff. I don't know, but it's just this vision I had. And the surface of the world won't be really a place people will live anymore. Humans. Because it'll be too much radiation from various sources.
I have your back. You called me down. I hope you like it. You called me down? I hope you like jamming too.
Tulgas will end your memory.
You hold me down.
Merely a setback, you'll see.
That was delayed. What was that? That was from, yeah, that was really delayed. Wow. A voiceover.
Hey, don't call me Flapjack for nothing. You called me down?
Okay, I just got a skirmish to go and I'm finished. I'm hungry actually. I'll have some cheese or something.
Hey, don't call me flapjack for nothing. Go on, speak your mind.
I buy this really nice cheese from the supermarket. It's from New Zealand. You get a big block for $10, which is pretty cheap. Usually you get like a tiny block is $7.50 or something like that. So a big block, like a kilo block of cheese for $10 is cheap for a start. But it's a really nice cheese. It's like just tasty cheese. A huge block. It's really nice. It lasts for ages.
Hey, don't call me flapjack for nothing.
Yeah, I'm happy with my loadout now. I'm not stressing over it anymore. I'm doing okay damage. I just want to pull my weight, that's all. I want to more than pull my weight, you know, so that I don't ever feel like I'm lacking. There'll always be people that are stronger. There's always going to be happening, but I'm happy with where I'm sitting anyways. I'm doing decent damage and I can hold my own and I can solo stuff I need to solo, and I'm contributing properly in the party and everything. So that's all I really want. In here, the correct way to do it is to hug the boss. You ignore the ads and you just go up to the boss and keep as close as you can to the boss. Otherwise he throws fireballs on the, sets the ground on fire everywhere and everyone dies. Especially in Reapers, it's really bad. So you have to go up to the boss, forget the ads, straight up, focus on the boss. Which is what I'm going to do.
Hey, don't call me Flapjack for nothing.
How much insignia powder have I got now? 1,500. How much do I need for my next one? I need another 1,000. Okay. I do that organically. I don't buy them and put them in. I mean, normally I buy stuff if I need to upgrade. Although the enchantments I always upgrade myself. But you know, if I want a mount, I'll buy it. If I want a piece of gear, I'll probably end up buying it if I can, rather than grinding and stuff. Because I grind for enough as it is. But when it comes to insignia powder and insignias, upgrading them, I don't buy loads of things and mulch them up, and I don't speed it up. I just do what I need to do. I just let it happen on its own, basically. So I've got 1,000 coming. I mean, I need 1,000. I think I've got 1,000 coming in this, haven't we? No, not 1,000. Yeah, it's going to be a while. I'm getting there. I just did one not long ago, so that means it's dropping faster than it normally does. Okay, I'll just get some resources and then I'll finish, go back to bed. Disappointing about the cursor problem. But I'm happy. I did what I needed to do today. So I've got Reapers done, got my randoms done. How's my Astral Diamonds going? Yeah, I'm 6-7. That's where I'm sitting there at the moment because I haven't been doing randoms lately. So it's still staying on 6,700,000. That's going to go up now. So I'm doing, as long as I do my randoms, that'll keep climbing. See if I can get to 7. Just means I don't have to do randoms. I'm not under the pump for diamonds. I can just refine my 100k every day, and I can guarantee that no matter what happens for several months, all I have to do is log in at least and just refine, and I've got my income. So I don't have to do any queues if I don't want to. That's the reason I've got so many. It's like an insurance policy. It's like I've got my income regardless of what I want to do. Or if I can't play for some reason, that I can't see that happening. But if something happened, I could still get my income for a while, at least a while. It's like income insurance. Building up a big rough astral diamond thing. A lot of people don't have a big balance of that. They've got hardly any. I've been in positions where I didn't have any at all. And I was like, I need my 100k, and you get really stressed out, and I've got to do this queue, I've got to do that queue, I have to do it. So I was like, never again. Like I saw it climbing and I thought, good, keep climbing. I'll keep doing my queues every day and earn more than I need, and I won't think, oh, well, I can slack off now. I'll just keep doing the same thing all the time. And then in the end, it just keeps climbing up. So if you divide 100,000 into 6,700,000, that tells you how many days of not doing anything I've got up my sleeve to get my income anyway. Like to get my income anyway and not do anything. Back in the day, it used to be 25,000 a day. A lot of people think 100k is not enough, and sometimes it's not. But you know, it's a ton better than it used to be. It used to be 25,000 a day was the most you could refine, and the prices were still up in the millions. So like it took ages to save for what you wanted. It took like a long time. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to have more. It's always nice to have more. 200,000, 250,000 a day. But the economy would start going strange and the prices would start going up even more. So I think it's okay about where it is. 150 might be good, but anyway, it is what it is. Okay, so thanks for watching, thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Have a good one. See you next time. Bye. I'll be in tomorrow. All right, see ya. Bye.